What's going on, Vanquishers? Charlie here. We are back with another State of the Game. We had a fun-filled weekend. We had a fun-filled weekend this weekend at Comic-Con. Everybody that came by, we appreciate y'all. All the love, all the newcomers that we have in our community. We really do appreciate all you guys. But before we get started with our State of the Game updates, we typically cover our social media and network, our web and app updates, and of course our tabletop simulator and physical game updates. But before we dive into it, we're going to go ahead and introduce all of the developers that are behind this project of the Vanquishers TCG. Again, my name is Charlie. I am the creator and one of the developers behind this project.
What's going on, Vanquishers? And I'm Jason. I am a co-creator of Vanquishers TCG. I also handle the business administration, social media, and marketing on the back end, as well as I stay up till 5 in the morning every day for all of your sakes.
Don't lie, man. You be staying up later than that. My man will be up for 24 hours for you guys, man. He makes sure that he puts in that work, and he really does, man. He's just being very modest.
All right. Hello, guys. I am the coach for the rest of the night. We're on the bottom quarter right now, and we need to get this done. I need you, Jason, to go up the middle. I need you, Charlie, to go get that Hail Mary. And now we are going to finish this off with a great stream. Let's go.
He actually does look like a referee or a coach,
right?
Don't he?
No, I look like a coach, right? This hat.
Blue 42. Blue 42.
Red team go.
Jose.
Red team go.
I am Jose, the web and app developer. And you know who I am.
Yo, what's good, Vanquishers? You already know what time it is.
Oh,
My name is Brandon, and I am the game balancer.
Hey,
let's go.
That badge behind you, though. My man flexing right
what is
now.
That?
Where did that come
Sit up there.
from?
Yo, where did that come from?
My man took that straight from the event, man.
You
Look.
know, that was from Comic-Con. I had to make sure I took a little
a trophy.
What do they call it?
Souvenir.
My man took a trophy from the event.
Memento, or is that what it's called?
It's a souvenir.
A souvenir.
It could have been a trophy. I mean, either way, a souvenir trophy. I mean, it's.
Hey, if it's a trophy, we won that night.
There you go.
Hey, that whole weekend, we did that.
We absolutely did, man. We did absolutely terrific. There was a point where it was nonstop, but I'm not going to steal nobody's thunder right now. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's dive right into all the updates real quick. Mr. Jason, go ahead and fill up our community on the social media network and all the wonderful success and everything that it was at Comic-Con.
Well, first, before we do that, I'm going to shout out everybody that's chatted in here. We're going to shout out Just 31. We're going to shout out Too Fluent. We got Blackout with us, Gino. Shout out to Gino. And we got Lil Miss. We got Ottawa Collector in there right now. And we got Loca 813. And KC Games. Thank you guys for coming and joining in with us on this update on how everything went over the weekend. So over this weekend, it was wild and crazy. So we set up, we got everything lined up. We were good to go. We readjusted some things to be more visually appealing when people came by. But I'm going to tell you guys something. Literally, we had people come back and say, when they walked by the first day, or like the morning before we started, like they came back just to see because of how good the booth looked. It was awesome to have that happen as we were in there. So it was great setting up. You guys saw the behind the scenes. You guys saw like as the process was going, and we flew in Zip. I don't know if all you guys know that, but Zip was flown in to come through and sign some comic books for people that purchase comic
Zip
books.
was killing it on the comic
Yeah, it
books.
was
yeah.
awesome. It was absolutely amazing, and he was doing
the
live
interaction.
art.
He was getting it in. He was doing his thing.
Yes, it was awesome. And Zip is an awesome dude. Like he fit in right with us. Like he just was part of the crew. Like much love to Zip and thank you for coming out, Zip. He was drawing custom pieces for people that put him on there. He had his comic book Crimson's Blade. He was selling that. He basically only had 2 of them left by the time he got out of there. So we really had a great turnout on all fronts. All fronts were awesome. When we were setting up everything, the demo play was good. We had people come in that were actual tournament referees and tournament winners, and people who ran tournaments for different games, which Brandon's going to get into the more details of that and talk about that with you guys. But everyone that played the game literally was taken back, and they really loved the mechanics. They loved the gameplay, and we had really good turnout when it came to the flow of people trying the game out, wanting to get the game, wanting to continue interacting with the game. So it really connected on a lot of levels for us. When it came down to like everything was hit like bam bam bam, like we hit the interaction, the engagement, the gameplay, the demoing, the people that wanted to take it further and go behind the scenes, behind the demoing, and actually play the game. I think on Saturday they got bum rushed so bad that it was like we were flooded. Like no one could even move because of how many people were in the booth. So it was pretty fun. It was pretty cool to see that happen. And as we went into these different days and saw how the ups and downs and everything, it was really great. As we were in there, though, we did reach out to some LGSs. Right across from us was an LGS, and they're local to the greater Tampa Bay area. So we're going to be reaching out to them to do some demo days with them. And then we also connected with Oblivion Games, who had a whole TCG area for people to play card games and stuff like that. So we went down and spoke to them. So they're really interested. We gave them some stuff to demo the game and show the game to their LGS members. So we're going to be reaching out to them to set up the demo day to go out there, or we might be sending out some of the street team people to actually go in and touch base with them and kind of get to know them and build it up, get some posters and stuff out there, get those QR codes in there for people to check out. And then as we were going through it, just off of seeing the imagery and seeing the video playing with the music and everything, we actually had Area 52 Media Group come and see us, and they asked for us to do a interview with them, and they were awesome in the sense of like their professionalism, the way they're set up. They actually have a studio, LGS, and a gameplay cafe. All in one of the malls in Newport Richey, which is about 45 to an hour from us here. They invited us to interview with them.
Yeah,
so
let's talk a little bit about that really quickly, Mr. Jason. I don't mean to cut you off, but
it's actually off,
Mr. Jason.
I mean, I was being honest,
yeah.
right? But I said I didn't mean to, so there's got to be some kind of credibility I get from that, right? Do I get a little bit of respect? No.
RESPCT.
So it's actually kind of it was actually kind of cool how it panned out, because the gentleman that actually came into our booth came in very early, just walked by, seen our booth, and was like, hold on, what is this? What am I looking at? And we kind of talked to him. We were explaining to him, hey, we're local TCG. We started creating a game, and then the guy started giving us this whole spiel about, I want to know about this game. Let's go ahead and show me this game. I want to understand it. We started breaking down the game, started explaining to him, because we had a demo booth, and we kind of showed him how the game plays out. And the man was like really, really gravitated to it, comparing it to another game that he was referencing it to, and like certain mechanics he loved. And he was like, listen, this game is absolutely terrific. We're a local game store with radio channel and all kinds of things, and we would love to host you guys to do an interview for this game, and most of the people that they do interviews with have to schedule with them to like days or weeks in advance in order for them to do interviews with them. And they impulsed after us demoing the game for him. He immediately impulsed and got us in there and was like, listen, we want to demo this. Just go to this booth, speak to this guy, and you guys can get demoed in or get interviewed immediately. And it was actually a shocker because at first I didn't know. I mean, the guy was awesome. He was cracking a lot of jokes, and some of the jokes I was like, man, we didn't know whether to take him serious, but he was being serious, and he left us the card information, left us his name. And it was so cool because he circled back around at the end to make sure that we did do the interview and everything. And the guy was awesome. He was absolutely terrific.
Yeah, and if you definitely want to see like the behind the scenes of it, and we'll let you guys know when the actual interview goes up. It's a quick one, but we're gonna actually do more work with them and probably do a more elongated one of it. They're actually gonna play our game and post it as well. But it's on the Instagram right now, so you can see the behind the scenes of Charlie interviewing with Todd from Area 52 Media and Nerdosphere. So it was really cool for them to invite us in, and they were very welcoming, and they really showed us a lot of love. And it's really cool because we didn't even know it, but they have a very large following. I don't want to throw numbers to seem like, it's something like we're doing something crazy, but to be modest, that they have a very large following. And for them to interview us and give us that opportunity to be on their platform, we really appreciate it. So if you guys can go follow them as well, we really appreciate it, because they showed us a lot of love and they're continuing to show us love when it comes to Area 52 Media Group. So we're going to be doing a lot with them in the future, and probably doing some more work and interviews with them. They're going to be showing gameplay on their channel to people and stuff like that, because they basically have their own radio/TV channel, because they have a full studio and everything like that for their process. So
yeah, and they also focus on games like board games, card games. Is they're what they consider themselves are that they are the nerds. So that's what they cater to in most of their channels and media.
Yeah, so we did a lot of great networking over the weekend. Like I said, Brandon's going to get into some of the people he played with, but I'll just say that people who run tournaments for different games that are big name games actually came and played our game, and were taken back by our game. And this is my personal thing that I always look at, is I ask and I look and I wait and see if anyone says, hey, does this game play like any other game? And for the most part, we've never had anyone say that our game plays like any other game. So like, that's a big thing for me personally, that I take a lot of pride in, that our game is very proprietary, it's very unique, and it's very we take pride in that, and having that connected with us. So the weekend was awesome. Everyone's going to get a little piece of talking about what happened on the weekend as well, not just me, but it was great. We really connected everywhere. The booths across us were like, hey, we're going to send people to your booth. You send people to our booth. We were all working together, even with other booths and stuff like that. So it was really awesome. And then Zip, he had friends that he did conventions with across the whole United States there. So he was connecting with them, and they were sending people to us as well. So we had a great following and a great build up for people to play the game. And I think we blew a lot of minds when they played the game, I think we blew a lot of minds when we did that. So big ups to everyone from Tampa Bay Comic-Con that showed us love, everyone that came out, every person that knows us. Like one of our original playtesters, Tony, came out and he blessed us. He purchased items. He was showing love. He was telling people to check us out. My brother came out with my nephews. They were handing out flyers. They were helping people understand what the game is and bring them in.
Brandon's son got out, played the game a little bit.
Brandon's son came in and beat everybody in the game.
Yeah,
that boy a beast, man.
He was trying to go after Jose, but Jose, that's what Jose do.
Yeah,
that's what Jose do.
Every time I get on, I can't, man.
But I will say, we were so busy that Jose was actually playing. Y'all missed it probably.
Yeah, he was put in a corner where he had to showcase. Like it was just like everyone had to knuckle down, man. It was hours of constant flow, man. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and the other cool thing is we don't have our setup was not set up for people just to sit down and hang out. Our setup was set up with standing tables, so everybody was really focused in on the gameplay. It gave the attention to the game, and it kept people, you know, moving and circulating and stuff like that. It was something that we wanted to do to make space saver and make it so that people can focus in on the game. That was Brandon's idea, and it worked immaculately. Everybody that came by was like, honestly, people came by like, nobody does demoing for their games anymore, and literally they were like giving us kudos for coming in and demoing our brand new game to them, and showing them what's going on. And hey, Datsun, I see the message, man. I hope your son recovers well. Sorry to hear what happened. You know, you can always message me. I always got good vibes for you. I'm always gonna send good prayers for you on that. Sorry to hear that your son had that accident, man. Next part we're going to talk about is community growth, because, you know, I always got to bring that up. That's part of my responsibilities and requirements to do my job. Otherwise, these guys will let me go, stamp me out, take me out. So community growth goals is 3,000 on Instagram. So we're at 2,765. We bumped up pretty good. We're getting closer. Then on Discord, our goal is 400 people. And we're at 386, so we're right there. 14 more people, and that one's knocked out. So come on, guys. I know you got people that probably looked at the game, liked the imagery. Tell them to come in. Come on in. We're welcoming, and check us out so we can hit those goals on that. And then for Kickstarter, our goal is 200 for the pre-launch page. We're already at 247, so let's get that to 300 so we can have a great Kickstarter. We got to have a good Kickstarter. We're gonna push these algorithms. We're gonna make sure everything goes smoothly with the Kickstarter. So bigger that number is, the better odds for the Kickstarter, better odds for everyone to have a great outcome on that. Okay. So just let's hit those goals. I'm going to get back on the Instagram, and I'm going to start hitting the algorithms so that we can find more people that like this style of game and stuff like that. But if you know anybody, direct them to it, since that's the one that's the furthest from that goal. And once we hit that goal, you know what's happening. We do a giveaway for Energy Overload card. And, if you register on our website, you're already automatically put in on that. So let's go ahead and get that rocking. So let's get these community growth goals to hit. Then the next thing is, I just want to announce, just keep a lookout on the Discord. I'm going to put a giveaway that we decided to do. We have our badges for the Tampa Bay Comic-Con that we wore during the whole time and stuff like that. So we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to all sign one, and we're going to do a giveaway for that as well. All you're going to have to do is, I'm going to do two ways you can get a entry for it. You're going to follow the Instagram post and follow all the information on that. And then you're going to also, in Discord, you'll be able to do like the green check that we've been doing lately. So you'll have two ways to double up your ability to get that giveaway win. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll all sign what Charlie's showing it right now. We'll all sign that exhibitor badge, and you will get that. And that is very custom. That's very unique item, but we just wanted to give you guys one of those blessings like that.
Yeah, the item is very personal. It's our first actual Comic-Con event, our first time showcasing the game in a huge public area. So it's a huge deal. Like, seriously, think about it. Magic the Gathering started off at a Comic-Con, and look where they are. So it's kind of like the legacy that we're footstoning. So this is the first event we ever done that was to that magnitude, and we are definitely loving, people in our community will be able to get the chance to grab at least one of the badges from it.
Yeah, we got a lot of love from Tampa as well. Like, a lot of people, they thought we were from some other place far from Tampa.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because we had people from other states or other areas in Tampa, and when they found out that we were actually a TCG from Tampa, they were just naturally gravitated to it. Like, really? Okay.
Yeah, and we had people come back multiple days. Like, they came the first day, asked about the game, looked at the demo of the game. Next day they came back
to play the game,
playing the game with Brandon,
and then they came back again to buy the game. Like, it was actually pretty cool, man. It was a cool feeling. Like, cool. Yeah, we appreciate everybody that did show us love. Everybody that came back multiple times. In fact, when they came back, they usually came back with more people, and that was actually very I don't even know how to say it, but I was very inspired and appreciative of that, man.
Yeah, there was 2 kids that came by like what the first or second day, and then they just brought the whole family over.
A whole entire family over. We were like, geez, our space may not support it, but we'll make space. Slowly stretching our booth out, you know. That was a zip tip, by the way, y'all. Y'all have your little booth. You may have your 10 by 10. But you can go ahead and slowly stretch your way out, you know, stretch your legs a little bit. And it actually worked out. I don't know what they're
talking about. We stayed in our 10 by 10 the whole time.
Okay.
We stayed where we needed to be, and it was great. We followed the rules.
We followed the rules to the way.
Charlie was rocking the Saigon helmet, and people were really taken back by that. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully by the next one, we got a little something more for you guys to see. We got more plans for that to get all situated. So, and the next convention that we're gonna be at is Tampa TCG Con. It's the end of this month coming up, or this month right now that we're in. I forgot it's the first. My brain's fried from the weekend from how busy we were. Y'all don't understand the way we had to bring items in. We had to go up a ramp, up 3 stories, up a ramp, up and down.
Those moments.
But it was cool because we found the perfect parking spot. So literally we were parked right on the back of the building. So we were able to just swoop right around the corner and go up, while people were parked for they were in line for hours to unload their stuff. And we were, we got to do smarter, not harder, man. So that was a great experience. But yeah, so the 27th to 28th, I threw up a question if people think we should bring Zip back for the next one. A few people reacted. But just so you guys know, we're most likely going to have, I'm about 90% sure we're going to have Zip coming back for the next TCG Con to do more work, sign more books, have things available. And another cool thing was the coloring books. So I know you guys, we showed you about the coloring books, we talked about them. The little kids and the adults that had kids with them, they really loved the comic books and seeing those and being able to grab crayons. And actually one lady when we stopped to give her the crayons, they were just passing by and the kids were looking and excited, but they were on their way out. But I was like, here you go. And she's like, oh my God, we were looking for crayons for the longest because they were from out of town and they were just at the convention, so they didn't want to go to a store because they had a hotel across the street. So I was like, here you go and everything. And so they grabbed some coloring books from us. So the experiences on all levels were good. Like the coloring books, the spin wheel that Jose set up. Some people won hats from us. They won promo cards, very exclusive stuff, stuff that we threw on the wheel. So it was really fun seeing the parent, one of the guys that won the spin wheel, he won a cyber promo card. And his kids just won a mystery pack with just random 3 cards. It's from the advanced boosters, and he over there talking slick to him and having a good time, and he was laughing with his kids. And those are the kind of experiences that we want somebody to have when they come to our booth, and they definitely were there. It was family oriented. Everybody had fun when they came to our booth.
Yeah, people walked away with something. So every time we went into the booth, just by sitting down listening about the game, just a few minutes of your time, we actually were giving you stuff pretty much just by sitting there listening to the game. And that alone is what people were like, wow, you guys gave us, sampled cards. You guys were giving us a bundle pack. I mean, it was to a point where we were building little bundle bags just for people to sit there and consultate. And they felt so like they were being catered to when they came into a game like this. Yeah. And we were just showing the appreciation that we understand time is the most important thing in life, and the fact that you're willing to share some of that with us within that time that you have there. We were going to show you the appreciation that, it took for you to actually spend that time with us and to learn the game and excel the game.
Yeah, and it was cool because people were getting a little basically little fun packs. They had stickers in it, they had the coloring book in it, they had
sample cards,
they had pins in it, they had sample cards. If they registered on our website, they were able to get the VSTI card, and we were able to kind of show them what the test deck cards look like compared to what our final cards would look like, and people were blown away by how premium the cards were. And we were really happy about that because it's always two-sided street. Some people want them like this, some people want them like that, but we really wanted to have a thicker card, a more premium card to go along with I feel like a more premium foil, because the way you really look at it with our foil is able to foil the color and the gradient of the color. and that's something that we really take a lot of pride in, and the time that we took to find this kind of foiling. So shout out to everybody that came by the booth, everybody that's been added onto the Discord, added onto Instagram, everybody that's been in there. We got a great game for all the new people, and the people that have been here, you guys know we have a great game, and we're gonna keep pushing it strong. So end of this month, the 27th through the 28th, it's going to be only a 2-day con, which that's kind of, I feel like that feels good. It's just a weekend.
It really does, man. 3 days takes a lot out of you guys. Listen, I'm going to tell, I got to open a confession, guys. Listen, if I've ever in my life walked by any of you guys at any type of convention, have walked by any of you guys at any carnival, flea market, I don't care what it is. If I've ever walked by, look at your booth and kept it moving, I apologize, because you really don't realize how much work it takes to do these events, to do these things. It's a lot of work, and everything is a learning experience for us, and we're learning to really appreciate a lot of things, and we're really blessed to be able to experience these things because we know firsthand what it's like from beginning to end, and really we do.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great experience. Now we just, the way we work is we see the experience and we're going to figure out how to make it even easier on the whole process. So towards the end of it, we flipped everything and made it even like simpler. We got out before any of the other vendors, basically, because we planned it out to kind of move out of there at a certain point, and everything worked out. And what I'll say is, you guys, y'all should have warned me to how expensive the food at one of these cons was.
No, that was like $18 a damn sandwich or
a burger, bro. That was a burger.
Oh my God.
It was wild, man. But it is what it is.
We followed the rules, though. You know, we followed the rules and snuck in some stuff. And yeah, I didn't say that, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
We dimensionally rifted the items in there through a portal.
Whatever's
that
in my
Saigon
backpack
did.
is in my backpack, okay? But yeah, so it was a great time, and that was good. So be on the lookout for the next one. We're probably gonna have more video recording on the next one because me and Jose are already planning something out, so that maybe we have a live feed going while the whole thing's happening. We don't know. See what happens.
Yeah, we're hoping that we get a lot of gameplay. Is exactly what we're gonna get, because this is gonna be more our demographic. The Comic-Con was more like a little of everything, but still, even then, the Comic-Con was very, very, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Listen, to me, it was a little overwhelming at some point. You know, at some point, and it depending at the hour of the day, because literally it was flatline, nobody coming to the booth for like the beginning opening hour, and then after that hour it was nonstop until close. Seriously, it was just like,
it was crazy.
Brandon had people lining up to beta test. Jose had to stop from marketing to beta test. Jason was consulting a few people, letting them know while I was demoing the game. Jason was also demoing the game, like without a table. Like he's literally pulling cards from my table as I dropped a card down on my, and I'm demoing him.
Yeah,
he's taking it from me, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man?" I'm trying to. It was actually kind of very funny, man. I'm sitting there like, what? And then Jason comes in and reaches another character on my board. Boom! I'm like, man, what's going on, man? And like, it was a bit like we didn't expect that amount of people to really come and show interest to the game. We really did not. I'm gonna be honest. We went there and figured, we'll get a couple of people every hour or so, and no, like literally. One person saw it, then started gravitating, like 2-3 more people, and then after one after one demonstration demo, the guy immediately wanted to start playing, so Brandon was pulling him to the tables and showing him the game. But we'll talk more about that in our segment. But yeah, it was awesome.
Collectors coming to we had collectors coming buying test decks and saying, I don't want to open, can you sign it? That was pretty crazy to experience in person, you know what I mean?
And even the comic books, man, they didn't just only wanted Zip to sign it. They wanted the developers to be signing it too, man. It was a lot of things happening at one time, man. We were very very appreciative, man. It was cool.
And I'll give a tip to anyone building their booth: if you're gonna have electricity and stuff like that, be prepared for that upcharge.
Yeah.
Also, when we were setting everything up, we had the TV running and everything, and when we turned that volume up, and that beat hit, them funky beats we got,
Pull people in.
it was pulling, like literally they hear the music and they be nodding their heads and they turn and look and just walk in and be like, what is this? So it was great. Like the whole ambiance and everything that we had running, everything lined up perfectly.
Brandon loved the music though.
Oh,
For
yeah.
hours. For hours. Brandon loved it.
I was more than happy once everything slowed down. I was like, put it as low as I could go, turn it off every once in a while.
My man had nightmares of the music. He thought Saigon was at the side of his bed. He was like,
well, you got to understand the whole time, you know, when they say we were busy, we were busy nonstop. So I'm sitting there right next to the TV playing the game and all this in my ear the whole time.
Sorry, you gotta make sacrifices.
That's exactly what it sounds like too. The way Brandon just beatboxed it for y'all, man.
I be zoning it out though. I could zone out some noise, man. So. But yeah, it was great. It was a great time, and hopefully, as we continue doing cons, they're gonna be awesome. And the next part we're gonna talk about is Kickstarter. So Kickstarter, we're gonna do the finalizations this month on Kickstarter. So we're gonna be adding in we're gonna go through and put the final pricing and how many tiers and everything like that. If you guys feel like any tiers and suggestion, anything like that, you can always DM me any suggestions that you guys might have, because we listen. If you're part of our Patreon, you can just say it in the Patreon chat. But yeah, everything's gonna get finalized. We're gonna be going through all the cards. We already started doing that to make sure all the cards are finalized and they have their K on it. Charlie's gonna go over that in a little more depth than I am. But yeah, so everything's gonna get situated. I'm gonna start finishing. Well, actually, I'm gonna start finishing the script that's gonna go with the video for the main Kickstarter page. So that will be done soon. More likely next day and a half it'll be done. So that'll be situated for the video that we're putting together for the Kickstarter. But yeah, so finalizations on the Kickstarter is going now. And then we'll get everything situated. Just remember, if you're part of our Patreon, most likely you're going to get early access to see what every tier is going to look like and what we're going to break down in the Patreon, so that you're able to kind of understand how it's going to line up, so you know what you want or don't want. And then we'll actually push that out after all that is finalized and the Patreon people gave their feedback. Then we'll probably start letting everybody know in the Discord on what's happening with the Kickstarter. We'll probably do it on a live on Twitch to show you guys, and that live probably won't stay posted up, because we want to keep that for the people that actually want to pay attention and see what they could possibly get in our Kickstarter. So that is going to be happening this month. We're really going to be fully focused on getting the Kickstarter situated and finalized, because it's already up in there. We just got to throw the last few things in there and get it all situated. And then the final thing we're going to talk about, which Jose will probably go over a little bit more after I'm done talking about it, at least prefacing it. Cyber promo card is up on the website for you to purchase, so you can get early access to her ahead of time, as well as game mats. The game mats that are up on the website, we have two different ones, so be very careful when you're looking at everything, but they are very clearly marked. We have our game mats that are the exclusive pre-Kickstarter artwork. It has all the heroes and maybe some heroes you haven't seen on there. They're going to be running at $35 for them, and there's a limited print run. So remember, we only have 100 of each, and we sold a bunch at the Comic-Con. So there's probably not that many on the website left. So if you want to get one, you can go on the website and get it. Also, if you're basically you want to get the one that's the full out print one, that's good to go. And then we also have the option for the manufacturer misprint. So the manufacturer misprinted our first 100, and then that one's on there as well for a lower price, like $25. Those mats are fully playable, and they're fully able to have you access to play the game. It has the same artwork. It's just cut off on the corners a little bit to be full transparency. That's why it's a discounted rate on that one, because the manufacturer messed up on that. So, but we have the full one that doesn't have any corner issues, that's $35, and then the one that is corners cut is $25.
And even then, the ones with the corner issues, they're still like not bad enough to where you can't use them. In fact, we had Just 31, and we have 2 Fluent that's actually demoed those mats when they battled back and forth. You could check some of those videos to really see what the mats look like and how they play on them.
Yeah, but they're very premium mats. They're very nice. They're double stitched, and they have a nice rubber bottom, so they're really good. And then the Cyber promo card is going to work just like the Saigon card. So you're able to get the single or 2 at $12 per. If you go 3 or higher, they are going to be $10 each. The rate per will change to $10 each, so you're able to go ahead and order it. Bear with me, guys. I know orders have already been going through for some of you guys. We haven't sent them out yet. It's just we're really busy with the weekend. So tomorrow, my first state of orders waking up, seeing if Jose's available, and we're gonna get all the invoices situated, and we're gonna go ahead and get orders to start getting sent out this week as well. So a lot on the plate, a lot of stuff going on. So just bear with us, but everything is gonna get sent out, start getting sent out this week. Okay.
So just quick question, Jason. I know that it's been mentioned before, but are there going to be any more Saigon Rage cards available for anyone new in our community? Will that be up anytime soon, or is that something that we plan on putting out a little later?
Wait a second. You don't have to tell. You don't have to ask it. You gotta ask me. I said, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's like, like people, they come and they
Tell
go.
him, coach.
Tell him, coach.
And then it's like, excuse me. It's like, you think you're gonna get this? I don't know. You better rock paper scissors for that. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so in that case, let's go ahead and no longer have Jose kill us with the coach comments, and let's just dive right into it. Mr. Jason, do we have any more updates on the social media network?
On social media network, last thing I'll say is, hey guys, thank you for always supporting us, and being in there and communicating, playing the game, doing play tests. There's a lot of people that really get into it. Everyone that we met over the weekend, we really appreciate your time and believing in us.
Oh yeah.
This is something that is dear to the heart. The comic book coming out, and being in physical form at a con and stuff like that. Childhood dreams have come true so far, and we appreciate everyone that's part of this. And we promise that we're not going to drop the ball. We're going to keep pushing hard.
Oh yeah.
And just be ready. We got some fun stuff that we're going to be adding into the Kickstarter that I don't think I've not seen many other TCGs do. So I really want you guys to stay on board to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, we can't explain how much we are as full transparent as we can be. We've literally have put in every life savings we have into this project. Like, we can't even stress how much we've put out of our personal money to make this excel and where it's at right now. But again, we really appreciate everybody's support, like Mr. Jason said there. But let's just go ahead and jump on to the next segment. Mr. Jose, Coach Vanquisher. Web and app updates. It's your segment, sir. Let them know what the updates are.
Okay. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. This is a great huddle that we're having tonight. No, let me stop. No, I do want to thank everybody from the con that subscribed to the site and subscribe to the or register to the site and subscribe to the newsletter in order for them to get their cards and welcome, but there are still people out there that are actually signing up and not following through with the emails. Once you do sign up for the emails, you should get that one email. I mean, once you sign up through the site for the card, you should get an email. Confirm your email or your email name, and then you'll start receiving those promos for the STI for the VSTI card. And if you don't see them, make sure you look into your spam folders, your promo folders, your other folders that you have. I don't know.
So they're gonna get an email to verify their account.
Exactly. And then once you verify your account, yeah, I get it. Once you verify your account, you should get more emails for them. Again, somebody
It's been
had
a long
me
weekend.
playing.
All our brains are a little mush.
Oh yeah, my legs hurt. My legs hurt. I don't stand up. That you see this nice comfy, but you can't because of the damn thing. But yes. I'm a stay-at-home guy. I'm in the office all day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had me standing for 4 days. It's a workout.
If you watch the last post I put on for the State of the Game post on Instagram, you'll see Jose gave me all a little dance too.
Oh yeah, and I gave y'all dances too.
The 1-2 step.
The shake it baby. But anyways, yes, they had me playing. So right now I am still 2-0, I think. Solos, not in teams, because last time when I played with Jason, that was the story for the book.
You didn't play with me on that one. You played against me.
No. But yeah, again, like Jason said though, we have merch. Go get it now and stuff.
Now and stuff.
Yes.
Ow.
Let's go.
Okay, well, in that case, you
Thank-
can get it now and stuff. So where would they go to get this merch, man? I mean,
VanquishersTCG.com/that merch.
right? That's what's up, man. And just so everybody knew that's in the community or watching this on a later date, those funds actually goes 100% back into the project. So that way we can be able to excel and progress this entire project here.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Jose, is that about it for your topic there? Any of the updates?
No, just thank you for being here, and thank you if you came out to the con.
Right
It was a
on.
great time. I love you all. See you next time.
See you next time. All right, my man. So let's go ahead and jump right into the next topic here. Tabletop sim and physical card game updates. Mr. Brandon, I know we got a lot of people new into the community that's probably going to watch this on a later date, especially all those wonderful people that joined in from Comic-Con. If they wanted to play this game live, if they want to play a tabletop simulator, where can they go? How can they get there? Who can they speak to the whole nine to get a live gameplay?
You could probably talk to me because I'll be on every Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 9:30, 8:30.
Oh, okay, I was about to say
I try to cheat everybody an hour there. Did you see that? Maybe my brain is scrambled too.
Yeah, we really are.
But yeah, every Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna be well, not we. I will be on at least playing the game either on tabletop or on webcam. This past Sunday, I couldn't make it, guys. I was down for the count. I couldn't make it after Comic-Con, so you're gonna have to forgive me on that one.
We were all
But,
down for the count.
Oh yeah.
You did do gameplay.
Listen,
I know,
you did a
look,
whole lot of gameplay that day, actually.
I can't even tell you how much gameplay I did. It was an insane amount. It was just nonstop. Especially Saturday. It was Friday. It was a build up. Saturday it started and then never ended. So
Yeah, let's be brutally honest, man. It was so bad, guys, that Friday we
So
did
good,
the
though.
entire. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, it was so good and bad, and however we want to cushion that blow, that the next day our voices were cracked. They were all jacked up. We were like, "Yo, are we even gonna make it to Sunday?"
I
Like,
got home and
Barely
my
could
people were like,
talk.
"What's going on with your voice?" I was like, I don't know.
Scream battling, man. It was pretty
yeah,
wild.
we were all
I still
losing our
feel it.
voices. We were waking up rough.
Yeah,
I had to
Jason.
bring cough drops.
Yeah, Jason brought a whole lot of Ricola.
Ricola.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Comic-Con, the demoing showcase. So we managed to put a lot of we had a podium, and in the podium itself, we had a lot of items on top of the podium. We had stickers, we had a bunch of marketing items, we had we had flyers for the actual event so that they can go to our link tree and follow all of our social media. And we also had flyers for the Street Team Initiative for people to learn how to play the game and also join into the Street Team Initiative. Thanks to one of our community members to be able putting that together for us to have at the event. To be able to showcase that for people that came up to the booth. Also, the booth had the comic and the entire gameplay layout. We managed to gravitate a couple people to it just naturally based off Saigon so huge in the back end. They were just like, what is this? And when they came in, we managed to showcase the demo in like 4 to 5 minutes and got a lot of the people to be able to play test the game. So our actual showcasing, and like Jason said, not very many people demo games anymore. Like, they literally will see the banner, they'll see, and these are coming from TCG and also Magic the Gathering players. You know, they'll walk by and not give it a second look. But right now, they were actually looking at it, noticing that there was a demo setup, and they just walked right up and asked, hey, what is this that I'm looking at? What is this game about? And we managed to demo it in less than 5 to 6 minutes, and then immediately a lot of them wanted to play. And so then I had to go ahead and set it up for Brandon to go ahead and set up them tables and gameplay with these people. And a lot of these people were, you know, from all walks of life, from Pokemon, Digimon, I mean Magic the Gathering, and we had some really hardcore people that won't touch dice games. And seriously, I can't make this up. Like literally they came to the table, we started whipping out dice, and the guy was like, you know what, I won't really touch games with too much dice or any type of dice mechanic. But when they understood what our mechanic flow was like, they were like, okay, hold on, that's kind of cool. Can I play this game? I want to check this game out. And then like I look back and the table was kind of full, but Brandon literally got done and managed to set up another session with him. We're actually gonna have Brandon talk about how those sessions went and how some of the feedback was, because we actually got good feedback. And I'm not even gonna make this up. I know you guys in the community has given us feedback, and we've made so much adjustments to this game because of your guys' feedback, and we can't stress that. Like, we can't stress that you know, whenever you give us feedback, we listen, and those in our community know that very clearly. We know that we designed a beautiful game or a beautiful t-shirt that was wrinkled, and we threw it on top of a table, but you guys putting your input and allowing them to give feedback allows us to iron that wrinkled shirt out, right? So let's just be honest. And I know I'm using that lame, cheap metaphor, but
brought the plancha out.
But I brought the plancha. You know what I'm talking about? Brought the plancha. The minute you bring out the chancleta, it's a whole different topic. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and have Brandon talk a little bit.
That takes out a whole different kind of wrinkles.
Oh, you ain't lying. It's gonna take the fear out of you real quick, though. We're gonna let Brandon talk a little bit about how what the showcases was like when he showcased the game with the community and what their feedback was and how they felt about the game. Mr. Brandon, go ahead and let the community know what some of the playtesters and what kind of playtesters did you get to play the game.
Well, it was really cool. I don't think I've ever played that many games in a row, nonstop. I guess that's how a tournament would be like. I'm not sure. Never been to a tournament, so it was cool that so many people were, you know, Charlie was directing them to me. I'm sitting there finishing up a game. He's like, hey, Brandon, can you play with this guy? We had Lewis was jumping in there because, or not Lewis, Jose was jumping in there because had no choice. We had no one to play. So we were just going nonstop. It was just crazy. I got to play with some people that play Magic the Gathering. They play Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon. I had people that were judging tournaments downstairs because they had a whole setup of tournaments down there. And I'm not sure which tournaments they were running down there, but we had at least a Fab tournament judge, and then I think it was a Magic judge as well, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
and they came,
he was Magic.
Yeah, they came. They had a really fun time. They were saying how it's cool that we were demoing, just like Jason was saying. They were like, man, I seen you guys were demoing. He's like, I had to come back up here and get a game in at least once and try it out and see what it was about. So it was really cool to get those interactions.
Well,
going.
one of them actually was stalking us. They they said they walked by the booth. They walked by the booth like 3 to 4 times, kind of seeing what was going on, just to see if there was actual activity and stuff like that. And then they decided to come back and actually play the game.
Yeah, they were, you know, a lot of people, it was crazy because, you know, they were like, yeah, you know what? I seen you yesterday or I seen you earlier and I just decided to come back. So I think it was real cool that people, you know, after passing us up the first time, they actually would come circle around and want to play again, or not play again, but actually come back again and then play. So that was really fun. We also had a guy who judges Yu-Gi-Oh as well, and also likes to do Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. That was really fun. He gave some good feedback, some things that, I think that was the guy that you were talking to, Charlie, that didn't like the dice mechanic, and then he came and played with me.
Right, it was.
Yeah.
it was him, and he loved the game afterwards, man.
Yeah, he didn't have much to say, and we had fun. We had a good time. I don't think there was a slow moment or a dull moment. And even though we were super busy, I'll say this: we had a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun.
Actually, I think he actually bought a test deck from us, a set. I think
I'm not even sure if he did or not.
Yeah,
because
I think he did.
I was just like over there, talk to Charlie, talk to Jason,
Yeah.
talk to
No,
Jose.
he's also the one that won the hat.
Yes,
the
that
spin.
is
yeah.
the one. Remember, he bought the test deck. After he bought the test deck, then he just and he randomly did it. Like
He was like, oh,
as
what's
he
this?
was
What's
walking
this?
out, he was like, "Oh man, I see y'all have a spin wheel. Let me hit this. Boom!" And the odds of getting that hat was unlikely because I think it was like 2 slots out of like 20, and he ended up getting a
freaking 25.
Oh, was it? Yeah, he ended up getting it. He was like, "Oh man!" He walked in. He was like, "Man, I love hats too." Boom, put it on backwards and walked on out. Yeah, the man walked away with quite a bit, man. We were very excited about that. So yeah,
Man, it's funny because like once you, oh
go
my
ahead,
bad.
go ahead.
You get a bundle, or which deck did he get?
No, he got a bundle. He ended up getting a bundle. He got the mats too. Like the guy was just very impressed, and he didn't like he don't like games with dice or anything within that matter. And the fact that he demoed it with Brandon, he played it with Brandon, and the guy like I guess that guy specifically playing against Brandon, he was like he picked up so fast. Like this guy literally knew. Like it was almost like he knew the game. It was like
it was one of the quickest games that I had run that whole day because it took him like maybe around 2 turns and he pretty much had it down. And I rarely even had to remind him about anything. So that was cool just to get a good like solid game in and see how quick it could actually be.
Yeah, he even remembered all the synergy, all the
Oh, he was on it. He would remember everything. He was definitely on it.
People really love the Nebuli brand and like how we have the different weapon manufacturers with specialization.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we started diving into mods and different things on the demo table, people were loving the fact that it could become more personal than the standard cookie cutter out the box layouts. The fact that you can modify these things beyond standard stack values, they were just in love with all that stuff. So and we appreciate everyone's feedback too, because they were like, wow, they were like really amazed of it, and we just you know, like we were after demoing it, we're like, man, would you like to try this? Say absolutely, and it would just jump right into the table. It's cool.
There was a few times when I was demoing and people love the mods, the gun mods.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of experience you got when you were demoing, Charlie. But
no, they did.
Whenever I told them about the mods, they were like, it was like something in their brain would just click, and they were like, oh, okay, you know.
It wasn't even just.
It was cool.
It wasn't even just that. The fact that they seen the regular cards and they anticipate, you know, you got this, it does this, does that. But then when we explain that now it could do something totally different, or it could be played a total different way, that one weapon or that one card can play totally different based off how you want to play it, was just like, these people were just like, wow, that's awesome. I love that idea. That's great.
The durability on the armors was something that a lot of people really liked as well.
Yeah, you know what? That was funny that you mentioned that, because there were games that they say that can OP it, and they could see where that would have been an OP system. But the fact that the armor can break due to impact was a great implementation to putting armor into the game. And it's like, yo, you guys thought of everything. And we're like, well, you know, there might be a few things that we're still ironing out, but overall, it's a great mechanic. And then we had to keep explaining to them, we've been developing this since 2016. This wasn't a game that just occurred overnight or 1 year of development. I mean, we core focused gameplay over everything else in this game when we were building it. So, and they were like, yeah, it definitely shows. It definitely shows. So, Is that about it, Brandon? Did we pretty much topic everything from?
I think that was it. You know, other than I got about like 1,000 games in, so I feel like.
Yeah, we appreciate all the new people that has joined the Vanquisher family from Comic-Con. Welcome to the family. We have all kinds of archive stuff for you guys to check out on our YouTube channel. You'll see the entire evolution. You'll see I dare you to watch the first videos. And you'll see how far along we've came from the first couple episodes that we've done for the Vanquishers TCG. It's a whole evolutionary game up into where it's at right now. And again,
I'll say this before we move past the con, because some people were asking. It was a good con. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of cool booths there. There was a lot of cool people there. It was a great experience overall, outside of just what we were doing. So it was cool to meet all the different people, vendors, all that.
Yeah, we also got to meet with people that do painting and stuff like that. I mean, it was just a great
lot of
networking.
networking.
A lot of networking.
Yeah, we did do a
Beautiful
lot of
network.
networking.
It was a great experience for our first con, and we felt like we've got so much information. We got a whole lot out of that, and it was very well worth it. Very, very well worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing. So we're gonna be on work overhaul, like Mr. Jason said earlier in his segment about Kickstarter. We are going to be doing a whole lot of stuff for Kickstarter to make sure that we're well polished and that we are working on it. I am going to be working on the presentation video this month pretty aggressively, and I know that some people in the community wants to be able to pre-see the video or kind of make sure that the video is where it's at. I'm going to be doing it live on Discord in the Patreon channel. As I'm working, I will be on there, and if you guys want to hop on in and kind of chat, chill, talk, and kind of see where the progression is of the video, and we can kind of talk about it during the progress as I'm working on it. I'll be doing it live randomly. There will be no set times when I'm going to be doing it, but when I'm on, you can feel free to hop on into my channel, and we could talk and just kind of hang out and chill. So that's going to be some of the things that we're going to be doing on Overhaul. We're also going to be updating and reviewing every single card this month. It's a lot, guys. It's actually going to be a whole lot, because we're kind of running this as an assembly line. Each card will be reviewed by each dev. I'll be making sure that we're switching out whatever illustrations or icons that need to be fixed and updated. Mr. Brandon's going to be making sure that all the terminology is correct, and making sure that the new implementation of us making sure that instructions on the card are being done and being scripted properly, and we're going to be just kind of reviewing the whole nine. So with that being said, a lot of the updates that are going to be done is going to be the information, icons, and making sure that we're completing the artwork to its entirety to make sure that we're making it for release. We're going to be updating some of the terms in I guess during this Comic-Con, and I guess Mr. Brandon can vouch for this, is when explain. Oh, go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. So when I was playing, there came a point where I just started telling people, calling the energy damage shield damage, and I kind of realized after. I don't know when I realized it, but then when I realized it, it was so much easier to explain that way, and people understood it that so much better, and they were able to catch on so much quicker, that I just even stopped saying energy damage altogether and just started referring to it as shield damage. So after I talked with Charlie about that,
we
What'd
decided,
you say, Charlie?
Yeah.
I jumped off the call. I got busy.
Yeah. So after he kind of, my man did a drive-by on us, right? So he came in, logged in, said, "Hey guys, this is what I think," and logged out. And then me and Jason were kind of there, just spinning our minds and brains about it. And we're like, well, you know what? It does make a lot of sense. So we came to the conclusion that we're going to take out energy shield damage, or anything related energy shield recovery, energy shield damage. Anything energy shield related will now be transitioned to shield damage or shield recovery, or anything that's pertaining to the shield specifically, with no term energy behind it. Okay, so we're going to just be focusing on just the shield. I think it makes it a little bit easier when explaining the damage types. When we talk about kinetic damage, only applies to life and shield damage is exclusively just to the shields. I think it makes it a little bit more easier to explain and for people to understand, so that now when we talk about energy damage, that is class based. So that would be solar, dark, tech, etc. All of those class energy damages, that's when we'll use the term energy damage. So hopefully that breaks the confusion up a little bit. We feel like that should be, pretty easier to explain to a lot of people, because like Brandon said, he just totally took out the term energy out of when he was explaining it, and just said shield damage, shield recovery, and people would just immediately just click to new people. So I think we're gonna move forward with that term and just implement it into the rules and make sure that we have it updated on everywhere, to make sure that's polished everywhere. Am I correct, Brandon? Or
That is correct. And just so we're clear, the way it was before, it was you had kinetic damage, and kinetic damage would reduce both energy shield and your life points. And then we also had energy shield damage or energy damage that would just affect your energy shield, period,
right.
not your life points.
Right.
So now instead of having energy damage, it's just going to be shield damage. So shield damage will only damage your shield, and kinetic damage will damage shield and life points.
So with that being said, we're gonna need to do quite a bit of updates on cards, which we're doing an overhaul anyways. So we got to make sure that any card that states energy damage now states shield damage when it's supposed to be implemented just to the shields, not to the life. So the term energy damage, the updates for it will probably end up being an energy class damage, but it'll probably be more specific, saying something to the effect of solar damage or glacier damage, and it won't say energy damage. It'll say the exact class type damage it would be. So we're probably going to remove energy damage altogether out of the terminology, just to help break down when you're playing advanced mode. You know that if it says glacier damage, if you're weak against it, it's multiplicative. If you resist it, then you resist it altogether. So that's where I think we're ironing out again. Like we said, we put a wrinkle shirt on the table. You guys are helping us iron a lot of the things out, just to make it very clear, because when we developed that and we implemented that in the system, it made 1,000,000% sense to us. But when people weren't quite picking it up, and we found out that just changing the terminology or eliminating a word made it that much more effective and easier to educate and easier to teach people to play it, that's what we're going to end up doing. So that's what it's boiling down to when we tested and we demoed and we learned all about that. That's a lot of the R&D we got behind that. Am I correct, Mr. Brandon?
No, you're 100% correct.
Awesome.
So we'll have just kinetic damage, we'll have shield damage, and then we'll have class-based damage such as solar, arc,
dark, solar, glacier, tech,
glacier,
et
yeah, there we go,
etc. Yeah, so
yes.
Yep, want to make sure that we make it those, yeah, etc.
Etc.
So really quickly before we pretty much get to the end of the actual segment here, we really appreciate your guys' time kicking it with us. But we're going to show you guys really quickly some of the updates we've done and what's going to be kind of expected forward and what we're going to be overhauling on cards. I do have a Saigon illustration really quickly. We're going to be showing you guys. We did update this today. So these will be a few new icons that we'll be expected to be seeing on the actual cards itself. So this here will be the new range icon. This will be the new melee icon. This here will be the critical art, and this here will be the hand-to-hand icon. So these will be the new icons that will be the finalized icons that we're going to be using in the game itself for the actual icons upon release. Those will have the icon card indicators on the back. You'll be able to see all the updates just to make sure that you can refer to that upon release here. At the very bottom here is where we're going to have the Kickstarter, and I know it's at a bad, wait, here it is right here, boom. I know it's like in between our pictures and our face, but the Kickstarter K will be located right here for those that are getting these early access or these during Kickstarter. So all of the cards will have a Kickstarter release for only the Kickstarter release. The next time we do a second print, we'll not have the Kickstarter, we'll have the first edition, and then Jason have plans for the future of that for those moving forward. So these are just a quick overview of what to expect whenever we are working. We're going to be doing a lot of card screening. We need to change out again. We need to be updating all the icons. We're going to be updating a lot of things. So there's going to be a few things that are going to look a little different on the cards upon release, but we want to make sure that we're getting everything up to date, and we will be screening everything from terminology, you know, how to play the cards, because I think that's something we wanted to do, Brandon, right? We wanted to find a way, how can we make the rule book a little less thick, right? We don't want to give you guys a dictionary. We really don't.
We figured whatever we can put on the card to make you better understand how to use it, where you don't need to go back into the rule book for the most mundane things to, you know, see what it does. Then, you know, let's make those, you know, as little quality of life changes, I guess you could say.
Right.
Just like changing shield damage. You know, it's just smoother. So
Yeah, so as an example, we've put on the cards, which wasn't always there. Play this card face up, play this card face down. That was a term that we added later on when some people just didn't quite understand how to play the card, and we ended up adding that in a different color to kind of explain to you what to do with this card upon activation. So what we're going to add now at the very end of the sentence is probably the same color. Is going to be either to discard the card, exile the card, or the card will remain in play till the end of game. These are some of the terminologies that we're going to be putting in the cards, just so that way when you guys use the card, you'll know exactly how this card is played, and you don't have to refer to the rule book on figuring out, what do riff cards do? What does this card do? What do these type of cards do? So we're going to try to make it as simple as possible, and we're going to probably put what to do and how to use the card from beginning to end on the actual data. So, yeah, those are pretty much most of the updates that we have to give today. I don't know if we have any other further updates. Mr. Jason, do we have anything else that we need to cover before we go ahead and shout out?
Yeah, last two things I'll say just to wrap it up is on this Saturday coming up, we're going to be doing an interview with Cardboard Addicts podcast, and then that will be uploaded next Monday once the interview is done. And then we also have Brandon. He's going to be doing a follow-up interview / gameplay demo with Massa from the Great White North. So that will be up as well.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have that all together. What's up? Who knows me by my gamer name? They yelling, "I love you, Asger." I love you too. Spazicious Steve TV.
Yo, did you have a squirrel moment? My man said squirrel. Like in the middle of his...
They threw my gamer tag at me.
My man knows it's personal now.
That's somebody who knows me, because they know that. That's somebody who knows me.
That's real talk.
But yeah, so we're gonna have those two lined up, and I think I'm gonna be talking with maybe off the press again to have a quick alive on Instagram with him before the launch of the Kickstarter. So just be on the lookout or do some more. So if you guys have questions or anything like that, or subscribe to those people, they will be interviewing and talking to us most likely. So.
Oh, and one more thing, guys. We are currently putting together the reviewers kits. We should have all of those done this month. I believe Jason may be sending them out. I don't know when, but we will have
them this week, and we're going to send them out next week.
There we go. You see? So we'll have a few reviewers kits getting put out. Hopefully, I don't know if Jason's already sealed the deal with a few of them, but he should already have them pretty much lined up. We're going to have reviewer kits out. Hopefully we get a decent review, and we're going to be putting those kits out. So what the reviewers are going to be reviewing is pretty much close to final product. The builds may not be. They're still kind of subject to change for balancing reasons, obviously. But what the card quality, the box quality, and all of those things quality is what the review's essentially going to be. So stay tuned. We'll let you know who the reviewers will be. When they'll be doing the updates and stuff like that. Jason's will keep you guys all up to date with that type of stuff there. Mr. Jason, Patreons, do we have any of those lined up? We're gonna go ahead and get them lined up. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we get our Patreon people. We're gonna show you guys love, because you guys are showing us love by donating your hard-earned money to a dream that we have been chasing for so long, because you guys help us and help believe in what we're trying to do. We just want to make sure that we acknowledge you guys for showing us love all over this beautiful platform on our Vanquishers project here. Mr. Jason, go ahead and let everybody in the stream and everybody know our Patreon love that we get.
All right, shout out to everybody for the Patreon. We'll go ahead and we're going to go from the newest to the oldest. We're going to start with the new and with the old. We got to keep that all connected. So shout out to Redfoot, shout out to Gino, shout out to Adam D, shout out to Yadimad, shout out to Cards and Stuff 24, shout out to Christian S, shout out to Just 31, shout out to Two Fluent, shout out to Melanie, shout out to Seminole Donkey, shout out to Jay Pasito over there in Outer Edge Comics. Shout out to Devil Dog Cards, shout out to Lord Dragon, and shout out to Gabriel R, which that's Doom, and then Damiano, shout out to you, The Cardboard Crackhead, shout out to you as well. Shout out to Oda Collector. Shout out to Lil Miss. Shout out to Atlas. Shout out to Leafy. Shout out to Wangan San. Shout out to Jeeps. Shout out to Ottawa Collector. Shout out to Daniel G the Third. Shout out to Wager Tropes TCG. Shout out to Saeed. Shout out to Datsun. Shout out to Warnado. Shout out to BK. Shout out to Paul Platinum Prince. Shout out to X Unity Devil Dog. Shout out to KC Games. Shout out to Angie Ramore. Shout out to Mr. J. Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Cal Collectibles. Shout out to Cerberus. Shout out to Norma, to Carmen, to Beth. Shout out to Darjack, my buddy Daryl. I'm sorry we didn't get to see you at the TCG Con. I know I'm sorry, at Comic Con. I know you were trying to come out there and meet with us. And then the OG, day one, the first person on our Patreon. Shout out to Ultimate Chaos. We really appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, much love for all you guys that has been showing us
and
support.
Left me with the silent moment to let you guys know that we're gonna keep rocking and rolling.
What happened? Did
What?
Charlie get out?
Nah, man, you
No,
get
Charlie's
him.
there.
I've
Charlie
been-
muted.
Muted himself.
Oh man, the disrespect. I was talking but muted. That's so
we
weird.
we were on point this
I was
whole
in the
stream,
zone.
man.
I was the only one that dropped the ball. Yo,
And
you
you
telling me
fumbled the ball.
you telling me
How
we
dare-
almost had a perfect stream
You're out.
and I dropped the ball?
You're out.
And it would be the look at the coach. Coach just put me
Man,
on bench.
coach gonna send you out the
Oh,
game.
don't do it, Coach Carter. Don't do
Say
it.
go take some
Brandon,
laps.
come in. You know what to do.
Oh yeah, Brandon, you know what to do.
Hey,
What are they
you
supposed to do
know-
on the streams?
Hey, you guys need to just go ahead and hit that bell icon so you can stay notified. Keep up on everything Vanquishers TCG.
Yes. Again, like we tell everybody, every single day, time is the most important thing in this world, and we appreciate you guys taking a little bit of that time of yours and sharing it with us in the streams to get updated on this project. We really do appreciate all you guys, all of our Patreons, everyone that's new from Comic-Con, welcome. Join our community. You can get in touch with us anytime on Discord. We're on there pretty much actively every single day. If you want updates, come check us out. We appreciate everybody's love out there, and until the next state of the game, Vanquishers, we are
Alrighty.
out.
Yeah.
We out.
Wait, don't leave though. We're gonna read somebody.
Say that again, Brandon. Hold on, y'all. We didn't leave completely. Say that in the back end while we hit the ending. What was that, Jason?
We're gonna go ahead and raise some people and show some love, guys. That's how we do it up to you, all right? Get ready. Let's go. Blasting off.